Hi, this is Ron Nutter with another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Nutter product reviews. Today we're looking at the Fotga EN-EL25 Nikon dummy battery and 3 features to know about. Number 1 is an option to buying more than just batteries. So if you're not out in the field a lot, then buying extra batteries is another conundrum, because batteries are meant to be used. If they just sit there and aren't being used, then over time they will start to degrade a little bit quicker. That's something to think about. Feature number 2, you can power this with either a power bank or a wall transformer like you'd use for your cell phone. Check to make sure that it will handle the specs that this is labeled with. Now there's 2 components to this. The piece in front of you right now in the center of the screen is the converter module, as I will call it, that takes the 5 volts coming out of a power bank or a wall transformer, and I would use one with at least 2 to 3 amps of power just to be on the safe side. It's easier to have more there than what you need instead of not having enough of what you need. Now this connects with a barrel connector, so you see the USB-C connector, that's what goes into your power bank, and then there's the barrel connector here that goes into the part coming out of the battery, which is going to be coming up next here. Now this is the part that fits in the Z30 and the Z50, and there's a couple other models, but basically the magic battery to check for that if you can use this is going to be the EN-EL25. If you buy something else, probably not going to fit. When you go to put this in the camera, don't just kind of rest it in the chamber and think you're done. You need to push it in like the battery and wait to hear that little lever click that says it's got the battery under where it needs to, so the contacts will establish, and then carefully close the battery door. There should be a rubber grommet somewhere on yours that the cable will loop in and around. Now, depending on how far you're going to have this from the power bank, you may need to carefully do a crisscross as far as loop one cable around the end and then come back on the other side and put the 2 barrel ends together so that it's got some strain relief there to deal with. And that'll make more sense once you get this kind of battery up and running. Feature number 3, this gets away from charging in camera on the battery, which is the way Nikon's been defaulting on the Z series, at least with the Z30 that I've got. And that's a problem, because if you're charging in camera, batteries generate heat when they discharge, or if they do a high rate of discharge, they will warm up as they charge, but they can also get warm if they are doing a high rate of discharge. The way you can tell this is the back of the camera is going to get warm. Now, the way a lot of people have worked around it is to make sure you pull out your display so that the back of the camera has got a quicker path to get to cool air. This is something that's well worth it. I don't use my dummy batteries a lot, but it's like the credit card commercial. They're priceless when you need them. You know, it's a nice option to have, so it takes a little room in your camera bag, but buddy, when you need it, it's going to be well worth it. So take a look at this and think about getting one today.